From lands steeped in legend to an empire that ruled the seas, Portugal's history is a tale of resilience, exploration, and radical change. Did you know a small country once became the center of the world? Join us on a journey through time to discover how the Portuguese shaped history. Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today we are diving into the rich and fascinating history of Portugal. Portugal, a country nestled on the western edge of Europe, is a land where rich history and vibrant culture come together. Known for its stunning coastlines, picturesque villages, and centuries-old traditions, Portugal's story is one of exploration, resilience, and transformation. Join us as we delve into the fascinating journey of this remarkable nation. Section 1. The Early Inhabitants. The land that would become Portugal was first inhabited by various pre-Roman peoples, including the Iberians, Celts, and other ancient tribes. The Iberians settled along the coast, while the Celts occupied the inland areas, blending their cultures and traditions. Archaeological evidence shows that these groups were skilled in metallurgy and agriculture. One of the most remarkable features from this period is the megalithic monuments, like the ones found at Almendres Cromlech, which were built for religious or ceremonial purposes, showing the early connection between these societies and the land they lived on. Section 2. The Roman Conquest. In 218 BC, during the Second Punic War, the Romans began their conquest of the Iberian Peninsula. They faced resistance from local tribes, but eventually, by 19 BC, the Romans established control over the area that would later become Portugal. The Romans introduced their system of governance, building roads, bridges, and towns. The most famous Roman city in Portugal was Olisipo, now Lisbon, which became a vital hub for trade and administration. Roman rule left a lasting legacy in Portugal, from language and law to architecture, which can still be seen today, especially in ruins like the Roman Temple in Évora. Section 3. The Visigoths and Moors. With the fall of the Western Roman Empire in the 5th century AD, the Iberian Peninsula saw a succession of different rulers. The Visigoths, a Germanic tribe, took control of much of the region, but their reign was short-lived. In the early 8th century, following the Islamic expansion from North Africa, the Moors conquered large portions of the Iberian Peninsula, including parts of modern-day Portugal. Under Moorish rule, cities like Córdoba and Lisbon became centers of learning, commerce, and culture. The Moors introduced advanced agricultural techniques, new crops, and stunning architecture, such as the iconic Arab-style castles and palaces. Section 4. The Reconquista. The Reconquista, a centuries-long process to expel the Moors from the Iberian Peninsula, began in the early 8th century. Portugal's role in this movement was pivotal. In 1139, Afonso Henriques declared himself the first king of Portugal after leading a successful revolt against the Moors in the neighboring kingdom of Leon. The Battle of Ourique in 1139 was a key victory for Afonso, cementing his status as king. Over the next several centuries, Portugal's territory expanded as it fought alongside the Christian kingdoms of Castile and Aragon to reclaim land from the Moors. By 1249, Portugal had liberated its southernmost territory, and its borders were largely established. Section 5. The Foundation of the Kingdom of Portugal. In 1139, Afonso III was crowned as King Afonso Henriques, making Portugal an independent kingdom. His rule was marked by the consolidation of power, fortifying the kingdom's borders, and strengthening its Christian identity. In 1386, the Treaty of Windsor was signed between Portugal and England, forming a strategic alliance that lasted for centuries. This alliance was key in bolstering Portugal's military and economic strength, especially in the face of threats from neighboring Spain. The 12th and 13th centuries also saw the establishment of the Portuguese monarchy, with royal houses such as the House of Avis, leading the country toward greater prosperity. Section 6. The Age of Exploration. The 15th and 16th centuries were a transformative period for Portugal, marked by the Age of Exploration. Portugal was at the forefront of maritime exploration, with Prince Henry the Navigator leading efforts to chart new trade routes. In 1498, Vasco da Gama successfully navigated around Africa to reach India, opening up vital trade routes for spices and other goods. Portugal's influence spread across Africa, Asia, and South America, with explorers like Pedro Álvares Cabral claiming Brazil for Portugal in 1500. This era was marked by immense wealth from overseas colonies, as well as cultural exchanges that shaped global history. Section 7. The Union with Spain. In 1580, following the death of King Sebastião of Portugal without an heir, the throne of Portugal was claimed by Philip II of Spain. This led to the Iberian Union, which lasted for 60 years. Although the Spanish monarchy ruled Portugal, the Portuguese resented this union, as it diminished their independence. The union also weakened Portugal's global influence, as Spain was embroiled in wars and conflicts. In 1640, the Portuguese revolutionaries, led by the noble class and the military, successfully overthrew Spanish rule, re-establishing Portuguese independence with the support of England. Section 8. The British Alliance and the Napoleonic Wars. During the Napoleonic Wars, Portugal found itself caught between the ambitions of Napoleon and the demands of Britain. In 1707, French forces, under Napoleon's command, invaded Portugal. The Portuguese royal family fled to Brazil, establishing the capital of the empire in Rio de Janeiro. Meanwhile, Britain came to Portugal's aid, defeating the French forces in several battles. The Treaty of Windsor, reaffirming the long-standing alliance with Britain, proved crucial in maintaining Portugal's sovereignty. This period also marked the beginning of Brazil's rise as an independent kingdom, which would eventually break away from Portugal in 1822. Section 9. The Republic and the End of the Monarchy. By the early 20th century, Portugal's monarchy faced growing discontent due to political corruption, economic hardship, and military defeats. In 1910, a Republican movement, fueled by dissatisfaction with the monarchy, led to a revolution that overthrew the royal family and established the First Portuguese Republic. The new republic, however, was plagued by instability, with frequent changes in government, economic crises, and social unrest. Despite these challenges, the republic laid the groundwork for modernization in Portugal, particularly in terms of education and infrastructure. Section 10. The Carnation Revolution and Modern Portugal. In 1974, Portugal underwent a peaceful revolution known as the Carnation Revolution, which resulted in the overthrow of the Estado Novo regime, an authoritarian government that had ruled the country for nearly 40 years. Led by military officers and supported by the Portuguese people, the revolution was symbolized by the peaceful handing out of carnations to soldiers. The revolution marked the beginning of democracy in Portugal, leading to a new constitution in 1976 and the establishment of a free, democratic society. Since then, Portugal has integrated into the European Union, modernized its economy, and emerged as a stable democracy with a growing presence in international politics. As we come to the end of our journey through the history of Portugal, we hope you've gained a deeper appreciation for this remarkable country and its enduring legacy. From ancient tribes to modern democracies, Portugal's story is one of resilience, innovation, and cultural richness. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the past, present, and future of Portugal. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, obrigado and adeus.